Well, hello and welcome to the Spirit Safe. My name is Rob. Thank you very much indeed for joining me. What do we have this time? It's another Scotch single malt, and you'll forgive me having to do this with one hand. It is the Macphail collection, Glenturret 2004. I picked this up, I ordered it in the UK, and a mule brought it to me. So Glenturret is a highland distillery owned by Edrington. This particular bottling is, it was distilled 2004, bottled 2016, which makes it 12 years old, bottled at 43% ABV. I don't believe that Gordon and Macphail use artificial colouring or chill filtration in their own label bottlings. And it's if it's natural colour, it's a very, very deep conker sort of colour. I don't know an awful lot about Glenturret. They do have some, I expect a lot of it will go into Famous Grouse and other blends. I know that they have some distillery things, which, I haven't tried, but they go down very well. They tend to be well regarded. This is available for about £35. Where you can still find it. It's sold out on Master and Malt. It's sold out on the Whiskey Barrel. I think the Green Welly Stop might have it for about £35, which I think is really very good value. I don't know if it's entirely ex-sherry cask, but there's a lot of sherry going on in this malt. I poured a glass earlier because it's very ungraceful to do it with just one arm. So I've pre-poured the glass. It's been sitting for 5 or so minutes, which helps it along a little bit actually. Lots and lots and lots of sherry. Very sweet and very, very rich. Molasses, a kind of a hint of smokiness there as well. And one of the things I felt was that this is a bit like a very nice sipping rum, like an Eldorado 12. Big, big sherry going on. There's chocolatey notes, big kind of rum truffle note, with the dusting powder that you get on those on rum truffles. Big Belgian chocolate notes, plums, figs, molasses, oranges with cloves. A nice roasted malt, but it's kind of a chocolate roasted malt. So where they sort of over toast the malt to make stout. If you've ever tried or smelt the chocolate malt, a bit like that. Quite a bit of citrus, so kind of a pink grapefruit pulp. And a hint of spice, a hint of cinnamon. And kind of a grape note as well to it. Altogether, very, very nice, and from the nose, extremely promising. You could really spend a long time. If you're a fan of sherry malts, you could spend quite a lot of time on the nose here. Wonderful initial sweetness with a fruitiness, and then bam, it goes into citrus, dries wonderfully in the development. The rich, rich chocolate notes, maraschino cherry, those cherry blossom candy things that you can buy in probably only in North America actually. Vimto, which is a soft drink cordial that you can probably only buy in the UK. kind of a black currant and dark fruit cordial. So it's kind of like the undiluted version of that. One more sip and then I'll tell you about the finish. Goes through that sweetness, the chocolate. On the finish, I get root beer, a lingering spice, a kind of cinnamon and clove, salted caramel, and then there's some kind of umami notes to it, so maybe twiglets, if you've had those. We're going back, this is like an old British candy store actually, but twiglets, which are kind of yeasty snack, nicer than they sound, and kind of a wisp of smoke on the finish as well. Yeah, I highly recommend this one. If you see this for £35 or the equivalent in your currency, I think you'd be, and you like sherried drams, I think you'd be mad not to pick it up. I think it knocks the Macallan 12 double cask. It knocks that into a cocked hat. I think it's at least equivalent in quality to the Glenturret 12. And it's becoming harder and harder to obtain. So if you do see it on a shelf for a sensible price, I wholeheartedly recommend it. Now, what will be interesting is I gave a small sample of this to Swami Suave from Malted in Montreal. So I know he likes Glenturret 12, he has that as a reference point, and I know he likes Eldorado 12, he has that as a reference point as well. So I'll be very interested to see what Swami has to say about this one actually. It could be that our views are very, very different. It could be that he thinks I'm talking a load of rubbish, have to be prepared for that. But hopefully it should be interesting for everybody to see how our views might be similar or how they might differ. So Swami, put this one on the list for reviewing. I hope you didn't just down it while you're watching your soaps on the television. I'll be really interested to see Swami's review. Excellent. Thank you very much, everybody, and we'll meet again soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.